Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Contest of Speed. This is EU1. No Shane, and there's not Rapid either, so unfortunately you have to put up with my voice. However, I'm joined by perhaps Contest of Speed royalty. I have Thomas alongside me this evening. It's going to be very exciting.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%, mate. Looking forward to it.
We have a grid of, well, hopefully at least 18 drivers. Fruit's just joined, which is a good sign. And we should have Toby as well, who's, well, replacing, considering he's looking to impress us to possibly get a seat for next year, and he's not turned up. Other than that, pretty much everyone is nearly here, Thomas. We've got 13 EU1 drivers from our full grid. In terms of reserves, these are more than adequate reserves because they've done it before this year. We have got Gelato in the Aston replacing Seabucks, and I've heard he's impressed the last time out. AJW from EU2 is replacing Lumi. That's a like-for-like swap, so Alpine will be scoring points this evening for the constructors. That could be very, very important. Vamu doing the same, replacing EVG Gill in the Mercedes, so we'll also be scoring points. Blades in the empty seat in the Williams, and Haz is in the Red Bull for Milan. The big thing, Thomas, no Marley and no Milan, so the result this evening is going to be very much open to everyone else.
Yeah, I saw that Mali has like a decent gap to P2 in the championship, but yeah, he can lose a big gap, or they can take out a big gap of that lead. So yeah, with after this it's 3 rounds to go.
We have got 3 rounds to go. We have got left in our calendar after this week. We've got Brazil, which is always seems to be a very good race for Contest of Speed. Much enjoyment. Mexico and USA will be the finale, not for the first time. So yes. 4 more races to go.
With 3 races to go, I would say everything is possible.
Stranger things have happened. Season 6. EU1 is all I'm going to say to that.
I was part of that.
And I don't know, was Fruit your teammate at that point?
There goes Lache into the wall with his rear wing. Spud is getting flashbacks already from his EU3 race on Tuesday.
I do want to bring that up.
It was not his race on Tuesday, let's put it that way.
Hi Fruit, were you supposed to retire in qualifying? Because I don't think you were.
Oh, he does that a lot.
He does that a lot, that's fine. Blade has gone with a 29.5 for his provisional pole. We saw last night...
and he goes again!
Pole time last night, Thomas, was a 28.6, which Snipes has just beaten.
There you go, that's AU1 for you.
Although we did see a couple of guys in the 28s, 28.8 and a 28.9, I believe, on the medium times, and that was Jamie James and Cornish Cuck as well.
Looking at the EU1 standings now, and Mali has, well, if the standings are correct, which I assume they are, it's an 83 point gap.
Yep.
So, Fruitful is the one in second place, but only 3 points behind are Lamy and Jamie.
Yep.
Lamy
isn't racing. No, he's not racing. He's Marley's brother.
Yeah, so we're all relying on Jamie and Fruitful to make this championship interesting again. Either one of those two need to win tonight if they want to put Mali under some pressure, not even like a huge amount of pressure. So yeah, not biased.
I know who I'm backing.
Well, he needs to come from last place to the grid. We know he can do it.
He's done it before, Thomas. It's like his party piece, honestly. Interestingly, actually, the battle I'm looking forward to, and I was just discussing this with Cookie, is the battle for second in the championship. That's going to be very good. You've got Fruit on 78, Jamie on 75, as well as Lumi on 75. Cookie's on 66. Considering he's also only done 7 races as well, missed the first few. And then you've got Calzo in there as well, Konzo, don't rule out the Alpha Tauris. But yeah, should be exciting times with 4 races, including tonight, to go.
So we've got Gelato currently on pole position with a 1:29.28.4. He did a fastest sector 2 and 3, but the fastest sector 1 is for Snipes. He did it in a 32.1, while Gelato did it in a 32.4. So he wins 3/10 in sector 1, but then gives it all away in sector 2 and sector 3. So yeah, some work to do for Gelato in sector 1 and some work to do for Snipes in sector 2 and 3.
Yeah, Gelato was very impressive last time out, and I reckon we'll mix it in with the likes of Marley if Marley was here. We've seen this week, Thomas, it's been a struggle. It's a track that drivers want to like but don't, simply because of the first sector and how horrendous the curbs are.
Yeah, it's like I haven't like driven it much on this game, but from what I noticed on the other games is that it's the fact that you got no runoff area as well. Like as soon as you go a little bit wider than usual, you're immediately on the grass, you lose the car, you've got no grip. We saw it a couple of times in qualifying already for the EU3 guys and in the race as well. The curves here are deadly, not only in sector 1 but also spoon curve. So yeah, these guys need to watch out.
Yeah, well, I've also found Degner 1 and 2 is a bit harder this year as well, as we've just seen Konzo go through there, and now through the Kobayashi hairpin. Up towards Spoon, we're expecting everyone to be on the soft tyre full track position. An easy one stop, I believe. Soft to medium, or medium to soft, however you want to cut it. Unfortunately, EU2 you weren't able to see it last night. Lobby glitch, yay!
You'll have to see it.
Yeah, great. Caused by a absolutely catastrophic crash, might I add, between I believe Charlie and Blade. Charlie lost the rear end through the last corner, hit the pit wall, and bounced back into the path of Electric Blade, who then decided to basically T-bone him, and it was left his tyre in the middle of the track. So we kept on having safety cars last night up until the halfway stage, and we thought, well, we're going to abandon it, because it was one lap of green flag racing was not very enjoyable, let's put it that way.
Let's see if Amu actually is doing a really good job. He's trying to get himself inside of the 10 on a set of mediums, currently in P8. Gap is not that big though, so I think it will be a struggle for him to hold out. Wow, I was on board with Gonzo, he almost lost it coming out of Decker 2. He's also trying to put himself inside the 10 on those mediums. He tried it on the sauce in his first stint, that didn't work out.
Yeah, he's also tried it already on the mediums the previous lap, and ran wide at Spoon to invalidate, because he was on for a side lap. So he's on a second push lap, I believe, on those mediums.
Which is okay on the mediums, and as you mentioned, tire wear isn't a big issue around here, so you are okay with doing an extra lap on those mediums, because they should be able to last and don't drop off in pace too much. Through 130 he goes on towards the Casio triangle, coming out of the last turn. Where is Gonzo gonna put his AlphaTauri? Well, not on the starting grid for now, because he pulls into the pits. Boo!
Rosa is going around the last corner, and 29.0. We saw yesterday in EU2, 3rd down to 12th were covered by 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, well,
that's how close.
Yeah,
that's
amazing.
It to be relatively close as well in EU1.
Yeah, we've got like from 4th place onwards to 10th is like really small gap, but we've got Gelato absolutely killing it around the track. He's 4 tenths clear of P2 Snipes.
Let's see what Snipes can do. Snipes looks like he's on a lap, but he's invalidated.
Yep.
His teammates also invalidated. Oh, and just about saved it through the donut curve. Just trying to find someone that's on a lap. Cookie's up marginally.
Yeah, and Kev just started his lap as well, was currently on P4. Jamie puts himself up into P3.
Jamie back into EU1. It's been a long time. Back into EU1 this season. Was in EU1 many moons ago, it seems like. And doing solidly in the championship in that battle for second place. Cookie's improved by 10th through the middle sector as he's finishing his lap. Just wants to try and keep it together. Shortest run to the line, hugs the pit lane, and it's a 28.8. Not too shabby.
Kev now coming out of Spoon. On towards 130i, you got a Ferrari in front, you can maybe snatch a little bit of slipstream from it, but not too much. He's 3,000.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of time.
Now. Yeah. I don't know, I couldn't like really spot a mistake, but towards the line he goes, or is he gonna pull it to the pits? Oh, he was. What was going on there? He still improves though.
It is an improvement.
Oh.
Okay. Wow, 28.2, hello. Welcome to the party. The young Swede, who we must congratulate on winning an event in Stockholm last week. That's why he wasn't racing. Well done that man.
Also as well, really good lap from him. 128.6 as well, he joins the club together with Snipes and Jamie.
Just on board with Gelato, who is improving. Only marginally, but I suppose when you already set a time of 128.2, there's not really much left surely that you can find.
Also is out again. He went for the softs this time. He uses a lot of the inside there. I wonder if that is actually giving him lap time, but keeps it on track, so fair enough.
So through Degner 2 by any chance?
No. Just through sector 1, the first couple of corners, he uses like all of the inside. Ooh, Gelato improves.
Yeah.
To a 128.1.
Yeah, just a 128.1. Yeah, nothing special.
Yeah, just.
Some absolute freaks of nature in this tier, and this is why we like to see them race. I couldn't imagine doing anything like a low 28.
I don't even want to know what I put in.
the Thomas return, this is what we all wanted.
It's looking like quite a sort of lap from Gonzo, I'm not going to lie. There's an AlphaTauri getting out of the way, that is Reggae. 112.1. Let's see his sector time. Because he did a 39.8. Gelato did a 39.5. Just to give you an idea.
Again.
And he comes in the pits again.
Not
Does
happy.
he have enough time to go out again?
He will do.
I think he has.
I think
it will be close though.
He's coming. No one else really on a lap. At the moment. Trying to find who is on the take them. Oh, let's do a lap, shall we? Let's do a lap.
It's time.
It is time. Snipes is going to begin probably his last run in qualifying. DRS Open as we cross the start-finish line on our run down into turn 1 and 2, approaching about 260 kilometers an hour through. Oh, and he's crashed! No! The commentator's curse strikes again. Thomas, can you invite Jamie James, please, join us? session.
I just wanted to say that. Yes, I can.
Thank you very much, mate. Who's my next victim? So they're all heading out now for their final runs in qualifying. Track will be now at pretty much peak performance. And we can see why already. Rosa 3 temps up through the first sector. What a first sector from Rosa. He goes out
Should have
for
been right now.
the hairpin. On the run down to Spoon. Runs it as wide as he can. Wow, he just got about away with that one. On the run up to 130R. He's now 4 temps up, so he's going to put himself at the moment very close to that second row. Got to keep it nice and smooth through here. Good exit to keep it tight to the line. And Rosa goes 5th fastest. 4th driver into the 28.6s.
And we get another one.
Another one.
See Gonzo on an outlap once again. A couple of guys now on their flying lap. We've got Cookie on a flyer at this stage. He is almost at the end of sector 1. Let's see if he is up or down. He is up by 2/10. It's looking good for Cookie. So he's on for a 128.6 as well. Come on, Cookie. Make it happen.
Another one that can make it happen has his 2.5 temps up on his current time, and that's going to put him towards the 28.7 ranges. 28.6, another one!
Yes. Come on, Cookie, please do it as well. You only have to improve at 2/10.
Where is he?
He's got a through spoon curve now. Oh, there's yellow.
There's a yellow.
Can't see anyone. I think someone ran out of fuel. It's all good. Oh, he's improving by 4.5 tenths. Is he going to challenge Reggae for the front row? I think it will be a P3.
I see. That was not bad through the last couple of corners. It's a 28.3 from Cookie. Well done. No favouritism here whatsoever. Go on, McLaren. Dan's improved through the first sector and through the middle sector by 1/4 of a second. Possibly another one to fit into the 128.6s. Who would have thought, hey? Here we go. It's a little bit squirmy on the exit. Close to the line again. Oh, it's a 28.6.
What a surprise. And here comes AJ.
Could be another one as well.
Into the 128.6.
Oh!
No! What a shame.
Gonzo.
We've got Gonzo. Through the last 2 turns he goes.
Vamu's gone up to 4th.
Come on.
Oh, it's a 28.7.
No, 7. No way.
Is Gelato going again? He's not going to go that. So that will be the end of qualifying. Thomas, well, we said EU2 was close. Wow, look at that. 9 tenths between the top 15. This is fantastic. And we've managed to fit 4 people within 18 thousandths of each other. That's also very good.
Things you love to see.
You do love to see it. So qualifying is, as I say, hella close. And it's a mixture is there. There's an EU3 driver in 8th. Who would have thought, eh?
Come on, guys.
Well done, that has. So it's Gelato leads the way. Ragay carrying on his form. Just a tenth behind. Cookie's got himself onto the second row of the grid alongside Vamu. Calzo in 5th, Snipes 6th, Rosa 7th, has 8th. Well done, that man. Dan 9th, Jamie 10th, Konzo is 11th and will have first choice of tyres. Kev 12th, AJ 13th, Lynx 14th, Saucy 15th, Wacky Races 16th, and Play 17th. Jamie James and Fruit did not set a time. Wacky Races, interestingly, 29.5 on the mediums. I don't think that's that bad. If he was on a soft tyre, maybe, Thomas, I reckon he would have got a 28.6.
Yeah, 100%. No doubt.
So we would like your predictions. That would be very, very, very nice. If you can put your predictions in the chat. Thomas, what are we thinking?
Looking at the quali pace and the race from last week, I think Gelato is going to win this one from pole position. I think Cookie is going to be P2. I'm gonna say Fruitful P3.
And Cornish, I would agree with that. I'm hoping for a McLaren on the podium somewhere. I'm not going to say where.
Fair enough.
But I think Gelato is going to just pick this one out. Race pace, maybe. We don't know what Raggy's going to do. Should throw himself up. I have no idea who's going to get third. Third or fourth is going to be insane, considering how close qualifying was.
Yeah.
Well, what it will mean though, one mistake, Thomas. I think you're going to pay for it. I think tonight because of how close it's been.
Yeah, that's normally always the case in EU1. These guys are not allowing you to make a mistake, and with the grid being this close, it'll be even harder to come back from that.
There is a formation lap, unlike last night. Thank goodness for that.
Interesting tyre situation.
Yeah, that is. So top 10 are all on the softs because that's what they qualified on. 11th down to 14th on the medium. Saucy's gone for the hard tyre. I've not seen that used that much this week. Only unless you crashed on lap 1, and even then you changed those to the medium. So that could be very interesting to see how that works out.
Ben used it in EU3 for a very long time until that second safety car came out. He was in such a good position, but then he changed back to the softs like everyone else did, apart from the top 2. So it seemed like a good race tyre. At the beginning it was a little bit slower than the medium, but like 7 or 8 laps in, they were pretty much the same pace. So yeah, it would be interesting to see if Saucy can keep it up, and if so, how good he will be towards the end of the first stint.
Yeah, the track where it's very difficult to overtake. I remember being stuck behind Justin, and Justin was on the hards and I was on the mediums, and we could not get past him. So a track that's very difficult to overtake. Jamie James and Wacky Races on the softs, Blade and Fruit on the mediums.
Behind the chat, man, I would have qualified either first or second if I raced.
Well,
that's
Bama,
the problem. Bama, you should have raced.
Bama, if you're listening, you may get a DM which you may want to respond to regarding opportunities for the rest of the season. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Full-time C. Who knows? So, fingers crossed there's no big incidents into turn 1 in the first lap. It'd be nice to see how the strategies play out for a change, but I doubt that's going to happen. I'm very confident it will, J-Ray. This race will finish properly. Unlike yesterday. I don't want to talk about yesterday, it was painful. So, they've all formed on the grid. I think it's only fitting I leave it to a man that's very good at saying lights out and away we go. So, over to you, my fellow Dutchie.
Thanks for the privilege. Getting a camera angle now. Can't see the lights. They're not on yet. That's good. That's the reason why. Now I get it. 3, 4, 5. Red lights. And away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix for the second time this week for me. And it is a really good start from Gelato. Reggae as well. Everyone got off the line cleanly. No damage into turn 1. Oh yes, we have damage into turn 1. It is Sossi, I think. No, it's Jamie. Never mind. Dropped all the way down to P19. Oh, another one. That is Lynx. 2 people there. Don't know if Lynx has wing damage. Jamie, I think, does. Saw some debris flying around. But other than that, it's not looking too bad.
All relatively through safety. Let's bring up the gaps. There you go. We can see the biggest winners and losers from that. Kev up 4, Jamie James up 6, Fruit up 5, and Kev in fact is, as soon as I said that, made a mistake. He's round out the back. It was all that hard work. So Jamie James now up 7 places, Fruit up 6 places. Snipes, more importantly, made 2 places up from the start. So a little bit chaotic, but everyone's relatively through safely.
Yeah, it seems that the grid is slowly starting to settle down. We've got Hasmania with maybe a move on Dan. Was thinking about it, then the inside, nothing to do about it yet. Jamie James already up into P10. Where did he come from? Without a helmet, you'll have to see it.
Well, utilise the fresher soft rubber on the opening lap has made up a significant number of places. Right,
the bits. Yeah,
please go into the mediums. Well. Go back to the mediums. It'll make you to the end. Yeah, there you go. Now you don't have to pit.
Ooh,
and Snipes is out. Oh, in the middle of the track as well, and I'm pretty sure someone else has hit him on the way through.
Virtual safety car.
And VSC.
Yeah, Snipes was already struggling as he almost dropped outside of the 1 second window already on lap 2. I just wanted to say, it seems like Snipes is struggling and then he crashed, so I should have said it probably 5 seconds earlier, then I would have been the mastermind predicting it already. But yeah, it's unfortunate for Snipes, good guy. Fortunate for him, his race ends on lap 2 out of 27.
Yeah, made a good start as well, up a couple of places and looking to threaten the podium positions early on. Oh, no. Calzo, no! BSC drive through. Oh, why is it always the good guys? It's a shame, so that means he's going to have to come in the next 3 laps. And that's going to hurt him as well. DRS is enabled. And it is Cookie closing in on Raggy as we... I don't know if that's a good camera angle or not, Thomas. I was looking at Cookie in the car facing backwards.
Interesting driving style. Oh, Jimmy James is off. Oh. He lost it in, that is turn 2.
Oh, and he had a great opening for lap, and there's a, well, unfortunately spun. Has he got, oh, and back end wants to step out.
Yeah, those tyres are burning at this stage. So, because all of that happening at the front of the race, we've got Conso, AJ, Fruitful and Blade all gaining positions on those mediums. Look out for them towards the end bit of the race.
Blades round, dropped it by himself out the hairpin.
Never mind what I just said.
Dun, dun, dun. Everyone bites the dust.
Yeah, they're dropping like flies at the moment. Maybe some oil on the track. Cookie has closed back in to Reggae, who can't keep up with Gelato, which we sort of predicted looking at the qualifying pace. Still a shame, but Cookie will do everything he can to get past Reggae, or maybe he will be trying to save his ERS, but I don't think that's the case. Down the inside he goes, and that is job done. Cookie up into P2, Reggae drops down to P3.
Cookie has been released. Let's see what he can then do over the next couple of laps. Any closing on Gelato? Let's look further down, shall we? Who is likely to make a move next? Links behind Wacky Races.
We've got a good battle for P8 as well. Gonzo, AJ and Fruit all together. Jamie P11 after his bad start. He's looking to get back to that group in front on his soft tires. 1.3 seconds is the gap. He's slowly ruling them in. So it's looking good for Jamie to get back into the point paying positions. Wacky Races as well on the soft. Kelso and Jamie James not having a good race. Of course, Kelso with the drive-through and Jamie James with the spin. They are now in P16 and 17. And on the soft tyre, that's not where you want to be.
No, but we've seen strange things happen this week. Any safety car that comes out will give these guys an opportunity to come back into the race.
Was up really close to Vanlu, maybe making a move on the start-finish straight.
Speaking of possibly safety cars, Calzo has retired. On the exit of Spoon, there is a yellow flag.
And he gets the job done. Oh, he pushes Famu a little bit wide, but he managed himself up into P4. So McLaren now P2 and P4. They will be happy with that one. Famu drops down to P5. Nothing to worry about for him. He just needs to grab his own race. He's got Dan behind him on 1.7 seconds, so nothing to worry about. Just stay with Rosa and see if you can catch P2 and P3 in this race.
Yeah. Gap out front, kind of fluctuating a little bit, hovering around 1.82 seconds. We got Kev, I think, off again. That looks like to be turn 6. Oh, and Blades spun in sympathy. So both the Red Bulls, they're struggling. I believe Red Bulls. Hopefully I'm not with that wrong. I'll go and check now, just for my own sanity. No, it's... I have, it's the Williams. It's hard, it's very hard to tell.
Yeah, I know, I agree. It should make it more clear.
Knew I was going to get that wrong straight away. So Raggy's not dropped off the back of Cookie.
Which is good.
Yeah, he's staying with him. He's just made a little bit of a mistake through the chicane. Lost a bit of time, 3 attempts. Managed to get DRS, though. Roz has set the fastest lap of the race, so once being released by Vamu, pumped the fastest lap of the race in, so that's going to keep Gelato on his toes.
For 1.9 seconds. It was 1.5 at the start finish straight. It's 2 seconds now. Did he make a mistake going into turn 1? Because Vamu is closer now as well. Shame for Rosa, as he, like you said, just did the fastest lap. And Hasmania together with Gonzo now closed into the back of Dan. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7-way battle for P6 in this race. You'll love to see it.
So let's just hop down to that battle then. And we can see the Red Bull harassing the Aston Martin.
Six-way by the way, I can't count. Sorry for that one.
Oh,
make that 5.
No! And Konzo's done very well to avoid the back of the Red Bull there.
Oh, Has. He had a really unlucky race Tuesday, where he had to pace. If I'm not mistaken, he even qualified on pole position, but then made a mistake and his race went from bad to worse. And it's the same things happening once again in this race. Dropped all the way down to P13 while he was in P7, and I don't think those souls will be feeling very well at this stage. And I want to say he goes into the pits, but he's kissing that wall.
It's not I know it's not great, but it's not disastrous, because you look at the times and he's not actually. So now he's now 16 seconds off the lead, which I mean sounds disastrous, but still in it, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely if we get a late safety car like we've seen earlier this week. So you never know. Just always keep on driving. Don't try in the pits. You never know what's coming.
Oh, Saucy goes fast as that as we watched Jamie run very wide there through Deckner 1 and got away with it.
Oh no, to be fair to him, doing a really good job to stay with Rosa. I didn't expect him to do that. Dan is dropping off. It was 1.72 laps ago, 3.3 seconds now, so 4 and 5 getting away from the people behind. Of course, P7, 8 and 9 are all on a medium, so they will go longer into the first stint to make sure they can end the race on the softer tire, and they should be able to close in that little bit more. But yeah, for now, Rosa and Fem are both doing a really good job.
Yeah, I was speaking to Cookie tonight and yesterday about it, and he said the guys that are coming in reserves haven't looked out of place and can mix it in with the midfield runners, especially when they've got the use of DRS. So it'd be interesting to see what the likes of Haz can do, and especially Vamu, if they do drop out of the DRS train, can they then fight back? And Haz is doing that at the moment, to be fair to him. So very intriguing. As we saw Dan pit there, Thomas.
Yeah, then into the pits he changed to a fresh set of mediums together with Jamie. So Gonzo now has free air in front. It was 4.4 seconds when they crossed the start-finish straight. It's now 4.1 after just 1 sector. So I think this shows that the mediums are now quicker in this stage of the race compared to the softs. And it will be very interesting to see when the top 5 is going to make their stop.
More interesting enough, gap to the leader, Thomas, has just come down a little bit. 1.5 seconds, 1.6 seconds. Now I've said that, it's just gone back up again. God damn it, George.
We've got someone in the chat sensing that there will be a crash on lap 14.
Way through the race.
Bold statement, bold prediction. We'll have to wait and see.
Kev is off again. He did voice his displeasure for Japan, and I can see why. It's not been his race tonight. He's struggled. Vamu's in. Probably now to look to do the undercut on Rosa, so Rosa may have to respond.
It's a weird one from Vamu. Didn't expect him to pit as the first out of the top 5. I would have thought that he just stayed with Rosa, enjoyed the DRS, and went in the same lap as Rosa, but fair enough. Maybe he thinks he's faster, and he indeed is trying to undercut the McLaren in front. Where does he come out though? With a little bit of free air, he was sort of 1.7 seconds behind Jamie. But I think Jamie will be pitting either this or the next lap, so shouldn't be too much of a problem for him.
No.
Oh, look at Fruit! Boah. He was having a look on the inside of AJ there, but thought better of it.
I did see the gap between the interval between the two drivers come down to a tenth, and thought, oh, Fruit's going to have a look for it. Still tucked up behind these two. I'm waiting to see if someone's going to, from the top 4, is going to try and pull the trigger here. No, Gelato's in. Cookie's in as well, Raggy's in, so the top 3 all in. Rosa's probably going to push on, and he does. Let's just check what
runners do so as well. They are now up into P2, 3 and 4, but no one is making a move. AJ can't get past Gonzo, and I think Fruitful is very frustrated with that. Ooh, and Kev.
That's
and I think that's in the pits.
Lane. Yes, it is. So it won't affect the guys that are currently in the pits. That's a good thing or bad thing. Konzo's got this gap down to about 4.5 seconds, so half a second in the last couple of laps down to Rosa. Something's going to give, I feel, Thomas. Yeah.
Talking about the bet for P2.
Yep, something's gonna give.
Yeah, I can already tell by how Fruitful is driving and pushing that he wants to make something happen. Well, same place where we saw. Is
And
it a Blade? I think it was.
it is. There's still a yellow flag. I'm waiting to see if there's going to be a VSC or a safety car.
It will be perfect for Rosa as well if it comes out, but I don't think
it will be. No,
nope.
It's not. I'd probably guess he. Yeah, I'd probably guess he was pleading for that. As soon as you saw it. Hilly's here. Hi Hilly. Congratulations, by the way, on Tuesday for your.
Crucial ran wide. Going into turn 1, lost him a little bit of time, not too much.
Lynx did that as well. Jamie, fastest lap, 1:30.8 on the mediums. The gaps to the net lead are pretty much the same, Thomas. Cookie 1.8 seconds behind, Raggy half a second.
Where did Rosa come out?
Wow, 2 points. Yeah, he's 2.5 seconds behind Vamu.
He lost out big time there.
Yeah, compared to everyone else that sort of came in and they held position, Rosa lost out massively. Oh, you're like Jamie James one as well, by the way, Hilly.
Yes.
In that case,
yeah.
There you go.
All wearing the same helmet. Here comes Fruit, I think. Well, he was using a little bit of his ERS, but I think better of it. You would love to see him move in 130R, I'm not going to lie. He could be one of the persons to actually do it. He's sort of like telling AJ that he needs to get past.
Oh, he's going to set him up now.
Fruitful is going to do it. He's pushing him through the last turn. Now with the ERS and DRS, I think AJ knows what's going to happen.
Oh, Fruit's going to go to the outside.
Yeah. What, he gets it done. You love to see it.
Done. Raggy's past Cookie. Into turn 1, Thomas. So Raggy set the fastest lap of the race, and he's got past Cookie. So that is for net P2.
Yeah, he's closing in massively on Gelato in P1. So seems like that Reggae is feeling much more comfortable on those mediums.
That McLaren is understeering like anything.
Does that suggest that Cookie picked up wing damage? No, he didn't.
Just looks like he's
no one with wing damage, by the way. Everyone is still with 100% front wing.
I'm going to put the commentator's curse on it. I say it's been a relatively clean race, even though there's been 4 retirements. That was all by themselves.
Lap 14 is still to come up.
He is. Lynx should pick up 3 seconds, which is going to do damage for him later on in the race. Especially as he comes from that alternate strategy. The effective top 3 are coming on to the back of this little battle. 4th and 5th. Wacky Races stays out again. Jamie James probably looks to come in. As Fruit is past Konzo, we missed that, but we've seen Fruit now ahead. Raggy goes fastest lap again.
I just want to say that I think this lap or the next one is the last moment for Reggae and Cookie to make a move on Gelato, because if Gelato gets stuck behind Wacky Races and Lynx, then they've got an opportunity to come back within that 1 second window to get DRS. If he gets past them quick enough without getting into that 1 second window of Reggae and Cookie, I think it will be race over unless something happens, of course, but I don't think Gelato is going to drop off that much that they will get back to in a 1 second window.
Gelato wants to get this done ideally into turn 1 or the chicane, because otherwise if he doesn't get it done and gets stuck behind these guys during the S section because of the state of their tyres, he's going to lose a lot of time to the duo behind. But you can just see how much more grip and confidence he's got on those tyres, and here he comes. Oh, he's going to go to the inside. There's one. Wacky Races ahead. This could be another one. And I reckon the Mercedes is going to make it even easier for him and pit this lap as well. Yeah, there it is. So we didn't even need to worry about it. So traffic falling the way of the Aston Martin.
Who is Cookie? Oh, I thought Cookie was going to make a move for a second there, but stay behind Reggae.
Roz has closed in on Vanner a little bit, considering how much time he lost in the pits because of the undercut.
Everyone on the mediums.
Yes, everyone is on the mediums.
With OCD like me, you love to see it.
So the question is, when are these guys going to come in and pit? The guys on the mediums.
We saw the leaders coming in around lap 9, but that was on a used set of tires, so I think on lap
one more
9,
lap.
Yeah, I think lap 16 maximum. It's always a tricky one because like you want to have as fresh of the tires as possible towards the end of the race, but you also want to give yourself time to make up for it and to use the softer tires. So it's always a tricky one. Vettel stays out for another lap. Same does Gonzo. Same does AJ. Links is also doing the same. Is Reggae gonna get past Links though? This could be crucial for his race. He's trying. And he will make it stick down the inside and job done.
Yeah, Links is trying, but you saw that little red light flash on the rear of the Haas, suggesting he's got hardly any ERS left to defend with.
And Reggae is almost within that 1 second.
Yeah. Who would have thought, hey? There's a crash in sector 1. Believe Dan, yes.
Safety car question mark?
No, I think he's able to get through that, but he's going to get eaten up by everyone else, including Haas. In fact, Dan's spun again. Now then, which one of these three is going to pull the pin?
I think Fruitful is maybe going to wait as long as possible to maybe help Reggae in this race.
Yeah, potentially. I didn't think about it that way.
I don't. Yeah, you don't. How am I going to say this without offending him?
I'll just say it.
Yeah, no, like I know that Fruitful like don't want to be in the position of helping his teammate. He just wants to do his own thing and try to end up as high as possible. Maybe for the chemistry within the team, it will be good to help his teammate. But I don't know how much that's going to cost his own race, of course. Because it's not that he has no chance of taking points in this race. He's still on for a good result, knowing that he came from last place on the grid. So
yeah, these guys are going to be on the softs at the end, which, I mean, should give them the advantage. May also not. We've seen how much Delato's managed to close in on these guys just through the first sector and this middle part of the second sector. By about half a second. Cookie, however, is tucked up behind the Haas, which isn't particularly very helpful for his race. It's sort of damaging this possible chance of winning.
And Fruitful's in. So never mind what I just said. AJ's following, Gonzo stays out.
So Links comes in, releases Cookie. Now then, can that McLaren, has it got any pace to close down or not? Ros has managed to get the gap down to about 1.3 seconds. So managed to get some of that damage back. And Fruit, crucially, first of all got himself out of ahead of Blade and Haz, etc. And also got a 2-second gap now over AJ.
Yeah, that was 1.8, so he gained a little bit
climbing.
through the pit stops. And it will be very interesting to see where he ends up. The thing is though, everyone is spread out in front of him. No one is within a second of the car in front, so he has to do it all on his own. And the only thing he's got is a fresh tyre, but that advantage is not going to last for the remaining 10 laps. It will be the first 5 or 6 laps where he will be quicker than the guys in front, but after that it will balance out a bit. So he needs to push as much as he can, quali mode for the next couple of laps, and then see where it ends up.
Yeah, Fruit, the gap was about 20 seconds to Konzo, who's now just pitted. I would also say the fact that 1 by 1, Thomas, will make this a lot easier for Fruit to overtake and be able to pick them off rather than being a train.
True. Yes. But it makes it harder gaining more positions. That is the downside.
Konzo is exiting the pit lane now. Fruit's going to go past him. Will Konzo stay ahead of AJ? He does. So covers that off. As Lynx is stuck behind now. Wacky races through the S section. This is where he needed to be out in front and not stuck behind traffic, especially on these fresh softs that you want to use. Gap to lead, Thomas, down to a second.
Yeah, he's on the edge of getting DRS on the start-finish straight, but it's not enough. Looking at the ERS situation, they're pretty much similar. And Reggae, he can see that red light flashing, so he knows that Gelato doesn't have a lot of ERS in the tank. He's within that 1 second now, but he needs to keep it like that for the next 2 corners.
They haven't got anything. They've got nothing.
Drops out.
They haven't got it. They both haven't got anything.
Did he get it though?
He's not got it. So he got a better traction out of the corner, but that's not where the prior to the corner. That's not where the DRS detection point is.
Rosa gets it. Rosa got DRS on the start-finish straight. He now gets into that 1 second window. Fruit puts in the fast lap, which was expected.
He's on his
and
way.
Reggae is now well and truly within that 1 second. So it seems like Reggae is much quicker in sector 1. Gelato pulls away in sector 2 as he almost lost the car. So I think we've got a battle now for the lead in this race with 8 laps to go.
We have, and this shot, I think this also shows the different setups. I think Raggy's running a bit more downforce, so through the first sector and this little bit he's fine. Then as we see him go up to Spoon and through one down towards 130R, that's when Gelato then pulls away. And then Raggy gets a better traction out of the last corner. The gap is down too low, Thomas, as you said. It's below a second, and Raggy's not lost too much time this time round.
Nope. So this should be it, as the direct detection point is just before the braking zone into the Casio triangle. Right there, the white line. So Reggae, he will get DRS. It will be the case for him now to save up his ERS to make sure he can use full deployment on the next couple of laps. And he will now be analyzing, where am I quicker, where can I make a move, how am I going to do it, and when am I
Hold on, Thomas, sorry. Rosa's on the move. And Rosa makes the move for P4, so McLaren 3rd and 4th place.
Who predicted, who was happy with McLaren on the podium?
I think Cornish was.
He almost got.
I was as well.
He's almost getting 2 McLarens on the podium. You never know what's going to happen with P1 and P2.
You never know. Vamu can respond. Wacky Races has got past Lynx. Lynx has run wide and got massively out of shape and has lost another position to Jamie James. Not what he wanted, considering he is on supposedly the better time.
I've got some very interesting inside information. Gelato is on 2 warnings, Reggae on 0. So Gelato is on the edge of picking up a 3-second time penalty.
Cue the 3rd warning.
Yeah. No, but this actually shows how crucial it was for Cookie to stay with Reggae, because if Gelato picks up that 3-second time penalty, he finishes P2 still. Cookie is not within 3 seconds of Gelato, so if he just would have been able to get past Lynx quicker, he would have gained advantage from it as well. Of course, Gelato hasn't picked it up yet. Maybe he's not going to pick it up at all, but the pressure of Reggae is forcing him into picking up that last warning, and he's got nothing to play with. That's the whole issue.
Fruit's progress, Thomas, has slowed, and I'm wondering if he has pushed too hard on those softs too early and perhaps overheated them.
Yeah, he's low on ERS as well. I think Fruit is thinking about the long term. I think he knows that there are not a lot of positions up for grabs. He's hoping to get past Jamie, I reckon, as it is crucial for his championship as well. And I think after that he's just hoping for the best. We've got Lynx off at the end of sector 1.
Yeah,
is that going to
curve
trigger
again.
something? Don't think it is. Yeah, he's got on the way again.
Something's going to happen, but we don't know what it's going to be. There's 5 laps to go. Sorry, I can't do maths. 6 laps to go.
Yeah, I struggle with that issue as well.
Got close. Vamu got close.
To be fair, Jamie is closing in on Vamu and Rosa in front, so maybe Fruitful and Jamie can work together to close in to better for P4 in this race, and then we've got a 4-way better for P4.
I mean, I'm on board with Vamu, and I think Vamu he's toying with Rosa. There's no other way of saying it. Rosa's got hardly any ERS. Vamu's got 80%.
Okay, says a lot.
He has. The only thing he's got to worry about, though, he's still under-fueled.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. He was probably predicting a safety car or something like that.
And we've seen many people so far this season come a cropper of not having enough fuel at the end of the race.
Well, he's down 0.05, so it's not a lot.
No, he should be right then.
Yeah, he should be able to deal with it. Equals Blade is another one low on fuel. He's on 0.12.
Will Fruit get DRS this time around? He's very close, but not close enough. There's a lot of people out there, Thomas, with no ERS, or very little.
I'm looking at it now. Vamu is the one who stands out with 84%. Everyone else around him has below 30.
Simply incredible. Raggy didn't get past. Vamu not close enough either, so we have to wait again. There is a scrap for the last points playing position in that's very strange. Raggy's gone from 2nd to 13th. In fact, Raggy's disconnected.
No way.
Well, it looks
it
to be
didn't show on my screen. He's still going. I'm on board with him.
Yeah, I have him down in 13th now. Oh, this is concerning times. For the Swede. We do see him on our screens. he is there. He's behind Gelato still, but not according to the standings. This is a little bit worrying.
Yeah, hopefully it gets fixed when they come across the start-finish line.
I'm hoping so as well. He keeps ghosting in and out on my screen, which is not great.
Oh, he's not bad.
No.
He's not
good. We'll carry on. So this is the battle for the effective 10th place, which has Wacky and Jammy James. Wacky Race is going to the outside. We'll ride on board so we can see what's going on. So got to watch behind as well. Has hugging to the pit wall, DRS and ERS for Wacky Races. That made it look pretty simple, and he has got past and hopefully can push away from Has here. Oh, Has has gone! Has has gone, Thomas!
No!
Cue the safety car, there it is!
No way! No way! No flipping way. I called it. But, ooh, this is an interesting one though. Because
well, I know one.
the safety car will probably, yeah, it will probably come in with either 2 or just 1 lap to go.
It will do.
And is someone going to pit?
I see there's a gap. There's a gap.
If I was Reg, I would pit. Why not? He will probably only lose 1 position.
Oh, Gelato went for the
doing
fake.
it.
Cookie stayed out. Oh, I thought Cookie would have done considering how much of a gap he had. I thought he chanced it. No one's going to do it.
Doesn't seem like it.
I think they're all going to take track position.
Yeah.
No, Jammy James is in, why not? Got nothing to lose.
Jammy.
Oh, no, right left. Thomas, invite.
4?
Maggie's left the session.
It's not showing on my screen.
He just has for me.
Has been sent. Oh yeah, now I can see that one. He's lucky. He is one lucky.
You're very welcome. Is all I'm going to say to that.
Well, he's still on in P12 on my screen.
So yeah, he's on P12, but he isn't because he's been behind Gelato for, well, pretty much the whole race.
He's on double point paying position. Is he gonna rejoin in time? I guess we're waiting on Jamie and Blade to catch up, but you never know.
Safety car will possibly stay out another lap, and it will come in at the end of next lap, I feel.
Yeah, I think so as well. Unless he pulls in late.
No, safety car's in this lap.
Okay, and Reggae just joined
because I'm looking at Reggae and it says he's on lap 24, but the lead on lap 25, of course, that'd be why. So this is it, 2 laps. So he's left us. No. Oh, second place is going to be taken away from him cruelly, but we're going to have to push on. Cookie then can't get past Reggae because of the yellow flags. So Gelato's going to have a free run at this then. And Fruit is all over the back of Jamie. Here we go, they've all got ERS now. Oh, Fruit goes round. No way. Oh, he's done it. Of course he has. Never doubt the man. Fruit up into 5th. The charge is on.
The people's champ. He's back. And he's gonna gain another position. So that is... Oh, that will be P5 then.
So it will be P5 anyway.
Yeah.
Because Raggy's going to drop down to the back after the disconnect anyway.
So unfortunately, the problem fixed itself. Well, not the way we would have
No,
hoped.
not how we wanted. Braggy was on for, well, possibly on for a win there and had raced superbly throughout.
Yeah, 100%. He did
And
an
pushed
amazing job.
Gelato all the way, but Gelato seems to now have victory in his grasp. He's got 4 sectors to complete. As there is a fight going on down for P9, Wacky Races and Jammy James. Jammy James got past Wacky Races on those fresh softs. How much ground can he make up on the last lap? Who knows? That'd be very interesting to watch.
I want to add, by the way, for the information for everyone watching, we did set up tests. I don't know why the commands are not working in the chat, but we did set it up.
It is something that we're working on. Something else that Fruit's working on is gaining positions and the fastest lap.
What is going to happen on the last lap? Cornish is licking his fingers. 2 McLarens on the podium.
Electric Blade has put pay to Fruit's fastest lap, so Fruit's not going to be happy about that, I can tell you that for free. And he's all over the back of the Mercedes, look at him. He's pushing him through Degner 1 and 2.
I know exactly what he's saying at this stage.
Probably the same things that he said about me when I held him up once.
Mwah. With the ERN, is he going to do it into spoon curve? No way.
I wouldn't put it past him. No, he's going to set him up. He's going to set him up. Question mark, there's no question about it. Look at him. Closing in.
Fatmu has so much ERS as well.
Jammy James as well.
Race to the line.
He's going to send it. Lick it.
Lick the stamp and send it. He has to be round the outside. Oh, Famu.
Not quite.
But Gelato.
He's going to take the win. Cookie second, Rosa third. Famu fourth, Jamie fifth. Konzo got up to sixth. AJW up to seventh. Jamie lost a couple positions because of a penalty. Wacky Races ninth. Jamie James 10th. Electric Blade has run out of fuel, but more importantly has got fastest lap, so he's stolen that away from Fruit and will be the last to cross the line. Well, a sprint race at the end of a race is very exciting, Thomas.
Yes,
all
nervy.
nervy.
I get it a lot on Tuesday. I'm sort of getting used to it now.
I think we should just set up 5 laps and let them just go for it. That would be exciting. But Gelato wins. Well, the result made it look more comfortable than what it was, but Raggy did push him all the way throughout. And no bias whatsoever, but yes, double McLaren podium! Yeah, let's go! Overall constructors. I don't care about bias.
Other than that, but not biased whatsoever.
There is Gelato wins, Cookie second, Rosa third, Vamu fourth, Fruit fifth, considering he was 19th on the grid. That's a pretty good effort. Konzo sixth, AJW seventh, Jamie 8th, Wacky Races 9th, Jamie James 10th, and Electric Blades 11th. Raggy, very unlucky to be 12th, classified as 12th, deserved a lot more than that. Has 13th, has had an unlucky week. Link's 14th, Dan 15th, Saucy 16th, Kev 17th, and Calzo 18th, and Snipes 19th. All those from 13th down to 19th did not finish. I suppose, Thomas, we should invite the podium people in for a small chat.
They are allowed and able to join.
I need to go and find an Aston Martin. That's what I need to do. And the McLaren boys have arrived.
This brings back memories.
It does bring back memories. This is like
Season 4, EU3. Sweet.
Suey.
Gelato doesn't have a mic, so
Oh, okay.
we won't be hearing from him.
So I win. Race winner.
We have to speak to these two. Oh, God.
Whoa.
Well, we'll start off with Rosa. Why not? We'll make Cookie wait a little bit longer. Rosa, congratulations, P3. Did you see that coming? I don't think you did at some point, but the race pretty solidly up until that stage.
I barely see points coming, so I'll definitely take a podium. Yeah, that was insane. It was so good. Oh, I'm actually shaking.
We obviously when Cookie pitted, you had to stay out for another lap, which cost you a bit of time in terms of the undercut to Vamu. Were you concerned about not making that ground up?
No, so I knew Vamu was going to come out way ahead of me, and then when after a few laps I saw my time going down by probably a couple of tenths every lap. I just wish I managed my ERS a bit better, but other than that, it's only because once I got past him I just couldn't get away. That was my only issue, but I thought I'd catch him. Yeah, just the guys in front. No, yeah, out too quick.
Well, hold on, mate. Points, a podium.
McLaren podium, baby.
Okay, yeah, let's go. That puts you now past the 50 points mark in the season, so congratulations. Hopefully more to come. You got 3 weeks left. Come on, please. You can do it. I believe in you. As always. Well done, mate.
Cookie's got big shoulders. He can do it.
Well, we'll move on to Cookie then.
Back's on its ass.
Yeah, as his back's possibly hurting. Cookie, P2. At the start, it looked like possibly maybe able to fight for the win, and then after the pit stop, just lost a little bit of ground. Raggy came through.
No.
Happy? Are you still happy?
I'm very happy. I never had the pace to win that race. Gelato was consistent, just kept the car 2 seconds ahead of me the whole entire time on that soft stint. Raggy was just behind me, chilling. He had a very high downforce set up on by the looks of things, because I breezed past him. But I couldn't get away from him, because I couldn't get through the S section without making an absolute hash of it. So Raggy was by far the quickest driver on the track there in the race, so I feel bad for him. But yeah, other than that, I'm happy with the P2. I was never going to win unless penalties came into it. So yeah, it was alright. Oh, and a crucial point was me not getting past Raggy just before we reached the traffic of the medium runners.
Yes.
Because if I managed that, then I would have got past Raquel. A little bit of a gap to Raggy and hopefully would have got away from him, but even then Raggy had the pace. I may have just been able to keep him behind.
Well, it's a P3, mate. Carries on your potential charge towards that P2 and the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah.
And that P2 battle.
Fingers crossed. But yeah,
Fingers crossed.
just congrats to Raggy for a good race. Unfortunate about the end, and congrats to Gelato for probably deserved finish. Deserved win.
Well done to you both. I'm happy because McLaren points, woo. Overall constructors, we're gonna win. So well done to you two. And that will pretty much wrap it up because Gelato's not gonna be here. Thomas, thank you. Just thank you. I don't need any more than that. It's always a pleasure to have you alongside me.
Yeah.
to
You've
commentate
had a
with
great
you.
season driving. Oh, no, wait,
No,
sorry.
oh, no.
No, it was
Maybe-
a pleasure, mate. Happy to fill in now and then when I'm
No.
available to.
Maybe next year, question mark. Thomas, maybe come back, please.
Well, we've not got
Please.
the EU5 yet.
Let's
so-
all switch to Assetto Corsa Competizione and then I
No.
will join you guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's send the
Come
stream on
back.
boo. We will end the stream then. Thank you for everyone watching. These guys will be back on Thursday next week. They are at Brazil for round 12 of the championship. The next contest of speed racing you will see will be on Monday, which will be EU4. You have to hear me again and Danny, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then the next time you hear Thomas will be on Tuesday, EU3. But yeah, Brazil action next week. Thank you everyone for watching and good night.
Ciao.